Welcome to the Driven Coaching Podcast, where our mission is to help you become who you're meant to be. My name is Coach Cam, and today I want to talk about failure. If there's one thing that stops most people from starting a better life or a goal, it's the fear of failure. But let's get one thing out of the way early in this episode, and that is defining what failure is. Many of us, when we try something new and we come up short, we tell ourselves or others, I failed. But this isn't true failure. I personally despise the word failure, and it infuriates me to no end that so many people define themselves, even if only in the moment, as a failure. A true failure is someone who gives up. Now, I don't mean if you change your mind or direction here, because when you're trying to change your life for the better or reach a goal, it's okay to change direction. It's part of life, knowing when to try something new, when to try something else. But true failure is giving up. Now, that might be some of you listening to this right now. And I know that might be hard to hear. It might be a bitter pill to swallow. But if you decide to start again, you're no longer a failure. See, when you frame failure in this way, life becomes a whole lot better. Because instead of a series of events that make you feel bad, it becomes a pathway to creating a better life. Even if you don't succeed in your first, second, 50th, 257th attempt, it doesn't matter. When it comes down to it, life is a numbers game. Some people get lucky straight off the bat. Others might take a few swings. And for some, could take 100 or more. But if you don't give up, you can never be a failure. The emotion that stops us all with this is fear. Fear that you won't succeed. Fear that the people around you will think worse of you. Fear that you're not good enough. But I'm telling you, you are good enough. As long as you reframe failure to be a journey instead of a moment, then you'll succeed. Let's have a look at a few examples. If you started a martial art today, Taekwondo, Judo, Jiu-Jitsu, doesn't matter, you're going to suck at it. Some days are going to feel like torture because you suck at it, especially if you try and compare your level with people who are already training. But every week, you're going to get a little better. Side note here, if you like feeling bad, compare yourself to others. If you want to be really successful in life, only compare yourself to your past. Back to it. You'll probably pass your first grading, even your second grading, because the bar's quite low. But as you progress higher and higher up the ranks, things will start to get harder and harder. I've personally known people who've gone for their black belts 5 times and didn't pass. But they continued to persevere, and that 6th time, they got it. Another example, this one's from my past personally. When I was 17, just out of high school, one of my first jobs was door knocking for a phone company. This job sucked, but I quickly learned that for every 10 to 20 houses I knocked on, 5 would talk to me, and around 2 of those would sign on and I'd earn a commission. I had to endure all kinds of verbal abuse, telling me to fuck off, telling me I'm wasting my life and theirs, and even a few threats of physical violence if I didn't get off their property. But I smiled. I wished them a great day, and I went to the next house because I knew it was a numbers game. It's about persevering the bad to get to the good. And if there's anything you should take away from this episode, is that perseverance will serve you well in any goal and your life. We live in a society that is obsessed with now. You want to watch your favorite TV show? Stream it. You want to order your favorite pizza from a place that's 45 minutes drive away? Uber it. You want that new kitchen appliance or clothes or whatever you saw online? 1 hour deliver that shit from Amazon. The problem with this now mentality is that it's geared for you to expect everything in a short time frame. But anything worthwhile is going to take time. Any goal that is worthwhile is going to take time. Your better life that you're aiming for is going to take time. There's going to be bad days. You're going to have to deal with fears. You're going to have to push past things. But if you keep going and if you reframe failure, then I guarantee you'll reach your goal. If you found this episode helpful, please consider liking and subscribing on YouTube, or if you want to support us over on Patreon, you can head over there, and I hope this helps you start your journey to become who you're meant to be.